the chairman of the National Resistance Movement, your chairman, vice chairman of the National Resistance Movement, Secretary General, members of SEC, fellow comrades. Mata. Let me do a roll call of Uganda. I start with Koboko, Adinyo. Then I go to Arua, Ngoni, Tegel Kefin. Then I go all the way to Nebi, Nenedi. Then I come all the way to the Ajumani. Then we say Ngoni. Then I go all the way to Arua and I say, I go to Acholi and I say Kopango, Lubangati Gulu, Yue Kuno, Maro Gulu. Then I go all the way to Lango. I say Kopango, Jome Lango. Then I go to Karamoja, Maata. Then I go all the way to Teso. I say Atekeri Jasbiai. Then I go to Bugisu. I say Murembe Mamasaba. Then I come all the way to Tororo. And I greet my people, the Japadola, Yoga Bende, Unche Mabe. Then I go to Soga. And I say Kode Yovanna. I come all the way to Buganda. Bakodi Bange Mulimutia. Rukuke Jembe. Arwani Roko. Then I come all the way to Bunyoro. Batabani Baba Kabarega Mulimuta. About Wokuwaza. I come all the way to Toro. Awatori Mulimuta. Akike Hano Wokuwaza. Then I go all the way to Kasese. And I say Wawuchire. Wasinja Posibu. Then I go all the way to Mbarara. Agandi. Murije. Mwebera Munonga. Then I go all the way to the areas of the border with Rwanda. And I say, Kwijana, Ijana. Fellow countrymen, that is my national character, being a strong mobilizer of the national resistance movement. The National Resistance Movement is a revolutionary party. It is founded on sweat and blood. Captain George Michael Mukula is a professional pilot. I hold a master's in business administration. I'm a fellow of Harvard Kennedy School of Government. I hold a PhD in philosophy, and I'm also a graduate of the Israeli Military Academy in counter-terror. So I am all round, and I've been in parliament, I've been a minister. What brings us, because the national resistance movement is about what, who, and where. That's where we are. The national resistance movement is founded on 4 core ideals: patriotism, Pan-Africanism, of where I am the chairman of the Pan-African Movement Uganda, social economic transformation, and democracy, where we are today. Comrades, fellow countrymen, one of the key things we have is to know your cadre, because Captain George Michael Mukula is a tested cadre. At the time when Kony attacked Teso in 2003, June the 15th, I led 12,000 boys to fight to defend the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. That is patriotism. When the Karamojong were marauding and causing instability both in Karamoja, the Acholi sub-region, Lango, Teso, Bugisu, Sebei, I was there and I moved the motion to disarm the Karamojong. That is patriotism. When in Kasese, there was a problem which was shared by al-hajji Moses Kigongo. The people of Kasese say that their king was up in the mountains fighting for the restoration of the Renzururu. The recommendation President received from al-hajji Moses Kigongo was to say that let's find ways and means of solving the problems inside Kasese. The President sent me all the way to Washington to negotiate on a peace mission to bring Charles Weasley Mumbere, the cultural head of the Rwenzururu. That is patriotism. When in Lango, Kony killed over 301 people in Barlonyo, I was there to lead the team to bury our people. That is patriotism. Where do we have to go? When it comes to mobilization, the national resistance movement needs more numbers. When it comes to mobilization, in 2006, FDC won 16 out of the total number of members of parliament they had on the floor of parliament from Tussle. We went back and reorganized. By 2011, FDC lost 10 of their members, left with 6. In 2016, we reorganized again. We uprooted 3 of the FDC stalwarts. My sister, Honorable Ali Salaso, my brother, the current president of FDC, Honorable Muriat, and others. Today as we talk, the 3 who are remaining have left FDC. I want to say and declare that Tussle has been fully liberated and NRM is fully in charge. That is mobilization. Fellow comrades, I want to assure you, this is a tested cadre. I am loyal behind President Museveni. I've been his pilot. I was privileged yesterday when the president, in his address to the country, mentioned Captain Mukula. That is the solid support. That is the solidarity we have in NRM. I want to assure you, therefore, comrades, I appeal to you to support Captain George Michael Mukula to ensure that NRM becomes stronger, more solid in mobilization, and to guide our people in ensuring that we continue to connect the younger people to the party. They need mentorship. Here is mentorship. Viva, viva NRM. Viva, viva, viva NRM. Viva, viva NRM. Aluta continua. I thank you.
Honorable Sanjay Tanna.
The Vice Chairperson of the party, the Secretary General, all SEC members, distinguished members of this party, and all delegates out there. Allow me to follow a precedence that has been set and move my mask for purposes of being properly identified tomorrow on voting day. My names are Sanjay Tanna, and I hail from Tororo in Bukedi district. I belong to one of those families that never left Uganda, even during the most troubled times and the expulsion of the Asian community from Uganda. Distinguished delegates, I am a businessman based in the eastern part of Uganda with my businesses spread across from Busoga to Karamoja. I employ several youth, several people that hail and live in eastern Uganda. By my businesses and extension, hundreds, almost 1,000 people earn their living through our companies and our businesses. I am a product of the NRM youth structures. I have been involved in the formation of the NYC. I have been involved in the elections of several youth leaders. I have been involved in several presidential campaigns. I have supported the NRM party. I have been a loyal cadre, and I have been serving this party diligently without fear or favor. I have been supporting the structures, most especially within eastern and northern Uganda, from grassroots. I am extremely pleased to stand here before you and ask you, honorable delegates, for your vote tomorrow as you go to polls to exercise one of the pillars of the party, and that is democracy. I believe that tomorrow you will be at your districts. Without duress, you will have the opportunity to select a leader that is going to serve you, a leader that has a proven track record. I want to thank His Excellency, the President of Uganda and the Chairman of the party, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for allowing and running this party in such a manner that is all-inclusive and fighting segregation in between all the tribes of Uganda and the various caste, creed, and color. I want to thank the comments that were made here today that reiterated that stand by our Vice Chairperson that the party does not tolerate sectarian remarks. I want to thank the Secretary General. Madam Secretary General, allow me to report that as we traversed the country campaigning, popularizing the NRM party and the candidature of His Excellency the President, I want to report to you that you do have a robust structure at grassroots level. They are extremely active, but waiting for what has been promised to all these structures. I want to thank you that from the time we started campaigns, we have been raising the issue of the bicycles. You have listened, and I want to thank the chairman of the party for delivering on this pledge that has been pending for quite some time. I am extremely pleased that one of the SEC members here has said that those motorcycles and vehicles are on the high seas. And Madam Secretary General, our team at the grassroots are eagerly waiting for these tools of mobilization. My election, my candidature is a manifestation of the depth and width within the NRM party. My standing here today on its own manifests the all-inclusiveness of this party. It represents one of the reasons that these 27 men went to the bush for. My candidature here today is based on a principle that we as a party must fight and create unity and avoid intrigue and infighting within this party. We should avoid that the party is based on segregation. Uganda is a cocktail of several tribes, colors, and creed of people. With my candidature, I bring integrity on the table. I have served in various offices, Office of the Vice President. I have served in Parliament. I have represented this country in the European Parliament under ACP EU, and I have integrity and no scandal or scam in my background. I come here with the strength to mobilize foreign direct investment into this country. Mr. President and honorable delegates, there is a track record. The cement factories in Tororo, the sugar factories in Busoga, that have led to the socio-economic transformation of this party. As I wind up, if I use the analogy of the bus that is our symbol, I believe that these elders have driven this bus very well. It has been quite some time. I believe that some parts have worn and torn off, like the tires. It's time that we change these tires so that this bus starts moving, while we maintain the engine, which is His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I want to thank you, Mr. President, once again for running this country. It's time for change for some of those tires. Allow us to join this at the most highest office. I ask for the vote and support for all of you out there. My election, it shall be proof that all the people that I have visited at grassroots level actually believe in what I stand for. I thank you all, and I say this for God and my country.